headed to the shooting range now to go shoot the gun. Trusty old shooting sled, the lead sled.
Some sandbags, some ear protection. Is that okay?
Everything is in the tackle box from last year.
Shoot a primer just to make sure.
Ooh, I didn't know you were shooting just barely.
Scared you?
Yeah, you scared me. I didn't know you had a primer. Where'd you get that?
Out from under the gun. Far right one's the best one to shoot at. It's only got 3 holes in it.
Hopefully all of my stuff is still in here and that we've got enough bullets to make this happen. We are definitely taking it down to the wire.
There's a lot of bullets.
Yeah. We're going to have to pull this scope off because Colorado regs only allow for iron sights. I've got a peep sight we use. It's probably good. You don't want to lose the screws. Mount this peep sight. Okay, that's pretty tight.
Yep. Sorry.
Dirty still. I'm gonna run a couple more through it until it's looking pretty clean. So we'll just make sure that it's shooting good and grouping pretty good. And obviously with these open sights, you're not gonna group nearly as good as a scope, but as long as we're like fairly close, I'm happy with that. So. Where'd I hit?
I don't know.
Must have jerked. Alright, so we're having a super hard time getting this thing to hit where we want it. We just shot it a few times. We couldn't even tell where we hit the first 2 shots. So we're out of time today. We're going to have to come back tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. Alright, we're back and we found out what was going on with the gun. So it turns out that the peep sight actually needed to be slid forward where it was last year, and we had to slide it back to get the screw to go down into the gun, and we didn't ever move it back. So we just mounted it how we left it last year, and we didn't realize that it needed to move forward again. So now we have that. I just barely moved it to the correct place, and I'm going to fire a shot at 100 yards. We looked at the footage yesterday and it's actually grouping decently at 100 yards. Like, it's not as bad as we thought, especially for open sights. So it's grouping good, just 1.5 feet low. So now that we've raised this sight up, it should be dead on. Let's find out and see.
Don't jerk.
Oh shit. It's on my gun still.
You're good.
So I just barely shot 1 shot at 100 yards after we readjusted the peep sight and hit perfectly in the dot at 100 yards, which with an open sight, that is amazing. So we are going to take that, not waste any more bullets right now, and shoot one more time at 150 and then 200 just so we're ready to go. And we're gonna take off to Colorado. We're headed out this evening. I've got to finish packing, and me and Skyler and my sister Heather will be headed out.
See the stick through the scope? And drilled it. So I'm gonna do one more shot at 200 just to see where it's shooting. That thing kicks so dang hard. I'm going to aim at that bottom section that had been cut with the chainsaw. Yeah, that is some serious drop. That extra 50 yards from 150 to 200 is a huge difference. we're gonna hit the road and go kill a giant buck.
All right, we are very quickly getting everything together. I started last night and I'm getting everything right now. I'm not going to have time for a gear video, but here's pretty much everything. Skyler's, some of his stuff's over there. We haven't started packing him yet, but this is all my stuff. Not all of it, but most of it.
Just hit the trail. Running super late.
The rocks are slick. These rocks are slick.
We're close enough to camp. If we have to, we'll go get your boots.
I'm gonna get my feet wet if I go across.
Go right there.
Here we go. We still have another probably 3 miles to go. We're trying to hustle to get in there so we can glass and see if we can find some bucks before it gets dark on us, but it's cloudy so it might get dark earlier, so we're going as quick as we can. So we're just going down the trail and we ran into a guy on horseback with a pack horse. He's hunting bears and elk in here, but we told him that I'm hunting deer, and he just told us that he saw 2 giant bucks this morning in here on a different trail that we're going, but he said they're about this wide and about this tall. So
How wide
he
and how
knows
tall?
about this wide and about this tall, so if he knows what he's talking about, we're in for a good hunt. This is really good looking country with some cloud cover. I think the deer will probably come out early today, so if we could turn something up tonight, that would be awesome. Get a head start on the day tomorrow. So, that's all. Okay. Our last bag, we're filling up 3 bags at this freshwater right here, and then we're gonna hit the trail. So we're gonna make it for the evening glass, it looks like. So we're gonna hustle up this trail and go get set up on the glassing knob and hopefully get the last hour of light and find a big buck for the morning. So we just barely made it to our glassing point. There's freaking camps everywhere and people everywhere, but they're all hunting elk and bears. So nobody we ran into has been hunting deer so far, so we're hurrying and we're going to get changed right now and head up and get glassing for the last 30 minutes of light. It's getting dark fast, so we're hurrying up.
We just made it to the glassing point for the night. About kicked all of our butts. We're gonna glass for the next 20 minutes and then try to find a camping spot in the dark.
So we made it up to our glassing point and we were able to glass up a few little bull elk, but we didn't see any deer tonight. We got here pretty late though, so we only got to glass for maybe 15 minutes, and even then it was pretty dark. So now we're going to go back to our packs and see if we can find a flat spot to set up the tent and get camp set up for the night. Headed back down to the packs. We're having a heck of a time finding a flat spot to pitch our tent, so we're gonna make our own spot. The dirt's fairly soft, so we've been digging this side hill out. It's slanted a little bit, but we're about to level it out right now. We're just using rocks to get this hillside dug out. We just got our tent spot dug out, and this new Stone Glacier skyscraper tent fits like a glove. Got to get a couple corners situated, but
we're not gonna fit like a
no, all three of us are sleeping in this tent tonight with 2 sleeping bags and 2 sleeping pads. Could be interesting. This is our first time using this tent, so I'm pretty excited to see how it goes. So far everything looks really nice just coming out of the bag. Trying to find all the different parts of this tent. I should have set it up before we came just to kind of get comfortable with it, but we ran out of time, so now we're doing it on the mountain. It's just like us.
in the dark.
In the dark.
So,
yeah, I'm sure it'll be pretty simple to set up. Here's all the poles. Finally got the tent set up. Hour later, first time setting it up. It's not easy. I would definitely recommend setting that thing up at your house before using it on your hunt. We screwed up. Now going to make dinner and get everything set up in the tent and go to bed. It's been a long day. We are making dinner right now. Heather's having spaghetti. I'm having
a lot too long.
She's starving. I'm having chicken pad thai. It's sitting there right now. And then Skyler is having this beef pasta marinara from Peak. So we're trying out all these different brands right now, and we'll let you know how they are. We've got our water we packed in. Making dinner with this. We're almost through 1 bag already between the 3 of us from dinner and the hike. So we still have 2 full bags and some water, so we're still pretty good.
Jeez, that is loaded with meat. Look at that.
Oh, heck yeah. Usually it's way more noodles than meat. That'll be good.
So we need 1 cup.
Okay, so that's 8 ounces in there.
Ooh.
Itch every time.
Just need a cup.
All of our
That
water
is good.
supply. It's way good.
I look like a little ghost in the middle.
Looks like a big one.
Not where he is a big one.
Yeah, I think it's big. I haven't seen a deer.
Really?
Or an elk. All I've seen is a bear. I've glassed all of it. I'm just making my second pass.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just washed out. His back right's deep, but it's not tall. I don't know if he's a shooter or not, and he's borderline.
No front fork on it, right?
No, he does. Just washing it out in the video.
Want to go kill him?
I don't know. I'd like to get a better look at him.
I think he might have an inline on his back right fork, possibly.
Oh,
Looks heavy.
You want to look at him through the scope and take that thing off? We got enough footage of him. So it's the first morning. We've seen a ton of elk and 2 bears, one really big bear. So that was cool to see. We finally located one little bachelor group of bucks. One of them was a pretty nice buck. He's not quite what we're looking for, but we're being pretty picky on this hunt. It's rained on us now and it's starting to get foggy, so we're probably going to drop back down to the tent. Kind of the game plan is I just want to spend time on this glassing knob for the next 2 or 3 days, as long as it takes. I just want to sit here because I know the deer are here. We need to catch a lucky break, one moving into the opening, and then the second we find a buck that's big enough, execute a plan to close the distance. It could happen at any time. They're in here, I know they are. Skyler is heading out this evening to go back home. Me and Heather will be out here hunting together, and hopefully we'll be able to make it happen on a big buck.
Looks like this storm's pretty soaked in.
Here we are just at camp. We've got our stuff strung everywhere. Skyler's bedded down off the hill, taking him a nap. Nicole's rummaging around.
We're cutting all this weight right now. Me and Heather decided there's some things we didn't need and didn't want to pack anymore. So we're sending it back with Skyler, and he's headed out here in a couple. He's gonna get us some water first and bring it back, and we're going to pack up his bag and send back all the stuff that we decided we don't want. And this thing probably weighs a solid like 8 pounds of stuff that we didn't need to bring.
Packed it in for no reason.
Well, I am just getting ready to take off. I gotta head back home to Utah to start guiding again for the week. Starting tomorrow, I got about a 7-hour drive home. So before I leave, I'm gonna come fill up all of our water containers for the girls. We dumped out all of our water into all of our empty water bottles and got all the bags empty. So I'm going to get 3 liters of water for them and pack it back up to camp before I take off.
So it's Monday night. We've been in here for a full day now. Skyler just headed back home, and it's just me and Heather now. It's been kind of crappy weather throughout the day, raining on and off, and it's been hard to glass, but we're up here and we've seen probably 5 or 6 bears just tonight. They are everywhere in these basins where the deer are at. This morning we saw 2 or 3 bears as well in the same spots. I'm sure they're the same ones tonight, but this place is overran with bears and elk. We've seen probably just those 3 bucks is all this morning, so it's been super slow. So basically the plan now is we're going to finish out the evening glass here, head back to camp, make dinner, and then tomorrow it's scheduled to rain in the forecast all day, so we're kind of hoping for a break in the storm and can glass when we can, but we're just going to hang out here and see what happens. And then on Wednesday, we're going to glass the morning, see how it goes, and just kind of play it by ear from there. And hopefully by then we'll turn up a big buck. If not, we are going to head back down the trail and hit up another trail and move and see if we can glass some new country and turn up another buck somewhere else. So that's it. We're excited to sleep in the tent alone tonight at BACKCOUNTRY.
Can't wait. Well, Nicole asked me if I wanted to come on this hunt probably like a month ago, because she was going to have to come by herself if I didn't come. And I decided, yeah, I'd come. It was between my hunts, but my only stipulation was I didn't want to be videoed at all during the hunts. But look at me now, look who won that. But yeah, so we've been just glassing most of the time. It's been raining on and off, and we saw a lot of bears, like she said, so we're gonna plan to come back next year and
yeah,
hunt
we've got a
black
bear hunt in the books for next year. It's happening.
So yeah.
We think this is a draw tag, so we'll have to see how many points it takes to draw, but there are so many bears, and we've seen a couple of really nice bears.
Yep, for sure.
Not fun sleeping among the bears, but it'd be fun hunting them next year.
Yeah, it's a little scary. We don't need anybody else. We can take ourselves on high country hunts.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, made it back to the truck, hurried up and changed. Now I'm hitting the road, heading back for home. Start guiding tomorrow at noon. Left Nicole and Heather on the mountain all alone. Kind of have mixed feelings about that, but they both know what they're doing, so hopefully they can find a big buck and get one killed. Speaking of bucks, hold on, right out the window. You'd be a hard one to get. Anyway, so they are going to be staying on the mountain until Friday night or Saturday, I don't remember. And this summer we saw probably 25 to 30 bucks up there, so things are definitely slow. There's bear hunters and elk hunters everywhere. So hopefully things will slow down and the deer will start moving better for them and they can have a little luck. If not, they should have some fun. So just hopefully nobody messes with them or anything like that. That's the only thing I really worry about. So I'm not really worried about bears or anything, just other people really. So, but she has her Garmin inReach and we'll be communicating a lot throughout the week. So hopefully they have some luck, and now I've got the long drive home. So thanks for watching.